Friday night, it was supposed to be a big smash-mouth game between Harlingen and McAllen Memorial, but in the end, it was the aerial attack of the Harlingen Cardinals that was the difference. Two big late second quarter touchdowns from Brandon Garza to Omar Hunter were the difference. Memorial goes down, Harlingen goes on. Happy birthday, Omar Hunter. Today, he talked on Friday.
Very big game. We just want to come out here with intensity and want to show the Valley that we can beat anybody on any given night. We were able to capitalize on certain things here and there offensively. We ran with a short game first, and then we were able to hit him with a couple deep balls.
Okay, Eladio, what has happened? Early in the season, not much of a passing game for Harlingen. Now, all of a sudden, they are passing all over the place. Brandon Garza looks good. He's got a couple of great receivers in Mark Rosales and Omar Hunter. What has happened over the season?
Honestly, I think as the season started, and we talked about this earlier, there was a lot of pressure on him. There was not just, the pressure wasn't just on the Harlingen Cardinals to repeat what they did last year as a team, as a coaching staff, but as the quarterback, that's where all the eyes are going to be focused on, and all the eyes are focused on Brandon Garza. He's a good kid. He does well in the classroom. I got to know him over the summer, and I knew that he would be able to handle it. If anybody could handle it, it'd be Brandon, and he's handled it very well. I mean, he handled that pressure. I talked to him. I did a story on him a few weeks ago. And he admitted the pressure was there, but you know he was focused on the task at hand, and it showed that he's really come around. And the biggest thing is that the coaches and the players didn't give up on him. And he led the district in passing. He's close to 2,000 yards passing, and he showed what he can do when he's got that support around him.
And it's the perfect time to do it.
Perfect time. And Manny Gomez, you know, you talk about how you form a quarterback and get him ready. All those little short passes, get the confidence up. They've been working on that long game all season long, and they just finally brought it out. And so, you know, kudos to the kids for continuing to believe that, hey, we're eventually going to use that. And when they did, it looked real good.
All right, but if you're talking about quarterbacks in 5A in the Rio Grande Valley, now that Javi Obregon is out, Trace Barrera is the man for Sharyland. And on Friday night, boy, did Sharyland get a little revenge for their first-round loss at Laredo United last year, because they took the Longhorns to task. How about 72 points worth? Yeah. This was an out-and-out rumble, and Sharyland looked great. Well, what else can you say about Sharyland that hasn't already been said, and what will they do against Harlingen, Eladio?
I think Sharyland's, you know, licking their chops this game. They're obviously the best team in the Valley right now, ranked #1, undefeated. Similar situation where Harlingen was at last year, and you know, as much as they put up points and as much as Tres is great, I like their defense too. Coach Gonzalez, Rudy Gonzalez, has done a great job over there, and from what I understand, he's been doing it always. You know, yep. He's always been a great defensive coach. So I like that. That's going to be the matchup I want to see is the two defenses. We might not see a high-scoring game. Right. You know, we might be expecting a high-scoring game. We might not see a high-scoring game. I'm more excited to see how Manny Gomez and Rudy Gonzalez are going to match wits.
Yeah. So the game is at Bobby Lackey Stadium in Weslaco. It is 7:30. It is on Friday. The winner will probably play San Antonio Madison. Let's go ahead and make our picks. Eladio, who have you got?
This is a huge game, huge game. You know, Valley against Valley, but it's still a huge game. A lot of people there. Harlingen has that big game experience from last year, a lot of those guys. So I'm taking Harlingen in a close one.
Every time I saw Sharyland, I saw defenses miss a bunch of tackles. The touchdown you just showed there, he ran through a couple of missed tackles. Harlingen's not going to miss tackles, especially in a big game. Harlingen's
got a great defense, but how do you stop Sharyland when every single guy on the field is a weapon to be used? When Trace Barrera doesn't have a favorite, when he goes to 6, 7, 8 guys in a game, I've got Sharyland winning. I think it will be a high-scoring game. I see something like 40-30 something on that one. But that's going to be a great one. Now we got to talk about Weslaco. And what do we know about Weslaco? They get revenge for them. You know, I guess it's revenge. It's not really revenge. Weslaco has been beating Los Fresnos the last couple of years, but what is it about this Weslaco team that we can't figure out? Some weeks they look great. They look like world beaters. Some weeks they don't. Eladio, which team is going to show up next week, and which team did we see on Friday at Los Fresnos?
I think which team's going to show up is what concerns Tony V right now, to Coach Villarreal. And you know, being a veteran coach, he's going to know how to get them ready. I think that that after what they did last week to Los Fresnos, were able to go in there and hold off Los Fresnos, a good Los Fresnos team. I think that those guys are ready to take on Laredo Alexander. They have been off and on during the year, and I just hope for their sake that Coach Tony V has got them straightened out, and they can hold on to that consistency going into this.
My guess is they can. I don't think Laredo Alexander's offense is as good as Los Fresnos. I think Weslaco is going to win this game. What do you see happening with Weslaco and the Bulldogs?
Well, the fact that they won that game at Los Fresnos, I think, is bigger than what people think going into this next game, because if they had done that at home, well, then it's the schizophrenic thing again. You know, well, that's Weslaco when they're playing here or there. But since they won that game, I think they're going to go ahead and sustain that, and if they play at that level, they may win this one and get ready for the next one too.
So let's take a look really quick. It's Weslaco and Laredo Alexander. It is 7 o'clock Saturday at Javelina Stadium in Kingsville. The winner will get either Converse Judson or San Antonio O'Connor. That is it for this segment of Sunday Sports Extra. We're going to talk about all the coaching changes that have happened over the past week in the Rio Grande Valley when we come up, including Coach Tony Harris out at Mackay after 17 years. It's all when we come back.